Hey everybody, how's it going? Yeah, let's hear some questions. What's that? Talking about the kicking debate. You're talking about this week we're talking about the 11 points scored. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot of conversation going around the league this week talking about whether or not a 60-yard field goal should be worth 11 points. And ultimately, we're looking at it, right? And it's pretty clear what the decision was. We came to a consensus as a league, and did it impact this week? You ask Chase. Great pickup this week. Chase McLaughlin starting off our week strong. Right away coming in with 16 points. I don't think it crossed his mind, the idea about kicking a 60. It's just about putting points on the board and being consistent. And that's exactly what he did. Made every field goal. You could say the exact same thing for the other side. King Tut and his nether regions, they showed up at the kicking game as well. Harrison Butker is the one who put the game away, right? So, yeah, this is football. We're going to talk about this sort of stuff. We're going to come to a consensus, and ultimately that's exactly what happened, and we're not going to let that affect our team, right? We're going Billy, regardless. So, 11 points, 6.7, 8.5. Let it be, Chase is going to show up and do his thing, and I'm glad to have added him to the team here and really seen what he's capable of, so we're looking forward to that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. What's that? Okay. Yeah, the trade. Yeah. I mean, little old news, but Zay Flowers and Darnell Mooney, right? I heard a lot of people last week in my ear getting loud, getting chatty, saying, Zay Flowers for DK Metcalf? What are you doing? I tell you what, don't ask me, ask Dirt69 what Zay Flowers is doing to him, because I'm sure it's tearing his heart apart to see him tear up the field, right? DK Metcalf, ultimately, a little bit of a head case with some of those mental calls and some of those penalties in the Seattle games that we just don't stand for here. We stand for family, right? That's what we do in our roster. And DK Metcalf just doesn't have a place there. And Zay Flowers, let's just say those flowers are blooming on the weekends, right? You saw it this week. Darnell Mooney, this is where I take responsibility as a coach, right? Darnell Mooney played his tail off this weekend, and I overlooked it. Right? I saw something in Xavier Worthy that I figured with the amount of injuries around him, he would really step up here and claim that top dog spot. And that is on me to not see what Darnell Mooney has been doing with Kirk O'Chains and that sort of consistency, that sort of feeding energy Kirk's been putting his way. That's a coaching fault there. It really is. But the trade, I can't be more happy about it. And I don't know how Dirt feels about it. But, no, thanks, yeah. All right. What? Zay? I just talked about Zay. No, Xavier Worthy, Monday night, yeah. Xavier Worthy had a lead going into that Monday night game, but he's facing two people, right? Patrick Mahomes, consistent quarterback, and Harrison Butker has also been pretty consistent across the board with his field goals. You know what? Why are we talking about Monday night, right? Everyone had us dead and down in the dirt as the biggest underdog the world's ever seen, right? We have two players on bye. We have a bunch more on bye on the bench. Obviously, I'm making a tough decision here as a coach, but I've got to look at the future. Not just this weekend, I'm looking at the future. I'm saying this week, I have to trust my boys to go Billy, and they do. They step up, and it comes down to a field goal on Monday night, right? And we're talking about a field goal that not only won by 1 point, we're talking a field goal that got pushed back out of that 28-yard range by a holding penalty that we could be sitting here jumping up and down with joy instead, right? We're talking about Monday night and Xavier Worthy. I'm just proud of my boys. I'm proud of my family, right? They showed up. They showed up. Underdogs. I don't think the world can ever see us as underdogs again. I mean, let's get real here, right? We went Billy, and we're going to keep going Billy. We're going to keep going Billy. So, yeah, Monday night, I've got to give it to him. King Tut in his nether regions has consistently showed that regardless of how many points you put on the board, you can game plan for your opponents and show up when you need to and win those games. I can't speak for a lot of other teams in the league that have been doing that, right? So am I frustrated? Am I frustrated with the result of Monday night? Am I frustrated that I didn't play Darnell Mooney? Sure, yeah. But I'm proud of my boys. I'm proud of my family. And I think they're going to continue going Billy going into the future. So look out, Lee. Look out.